to rock painting is once you have your rock, just give it a quick wash. You don't want to keep it under the water too long because waterlogged rocks could have a tendency to burst from the steam when you heat them. So I'm just going to give this a quick wash to get all the dirt and other things off. So I just use my hands in the running water to get the majority of the dirt off. And I'm just gonna give it a quick dry. And we'll be ready to move on to step 2 with our very potato-looking rock. I've lined my baking tray for my toaster oven with a layer of aluminum foil. I've placed my rock on top with the side that I want to color up. And I'm just going to set the oven for 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I think this actually goes this way. And I'm putting my rock in there for about 10 to 15 minutes. While your rock is baking, you can take the crayons that came with your kit. And what I am going to do, now each set of crayons, no matter which one you use, comes with 4 colors, and I'm going to take the time to peel off the paper wrapper so that it doesn't get in the way when I start working on my rock. I have a folded tea towel to rest my tray on once I take it out of the oven. That is because I only have one oven mitt. And everything is going to be very hot, so I want to be very careful. So now that my rock is warm, now remember this is hot enough that it will be melting the crayons. So you want to make sure not to touch it with your bare hands. Oh wow, yeah, I can feel the heat. So all I'm going to do is take my crayons and start drawing. And don't be tempted to rest your crayon on the side because the metal pan is also very hot. You can see that my crayon tips are melting, and I should be able to mix these to get colors. Can confirm. I'm putting red and yellow in the same corner, and I am getting a very nice orange. If I mix the yellow into the blue, I get green. Blue and red make purple. So it's a very dark, muddy purple. So if you want to make designs other than the 4 colors that you have, just keep in mind the color mixing that you learned in elementary school. Mixed with a little bit of watercolor. Actually, I think I just made a meadow looking into the sunset. Now with street. And I like that. So now I'm going to take my crayons and just put them aside for further use. Because I was melting them onto the rock, I'm just going to use this paper towel so that they don't stain anything as they cool. I'm also going to let my rock cool. If you have tongs or some other form, you could flip your rock over. Again, do not touch it with your bare hand, and remember that everything has to cool, so you don't want to mess up the design on one side by flipping it over and putting it down. You also cannot realistically reheat it because it will melt the side you've already done. I'm just going to use a pot holder to tilt my baking tray and just make sure that I've colored everything that I can get my hands on that I want to color. You can also just sit there and hold the crayon so that it melts and goes around like cake icing. You can make geodes. If you supply your own crayons, they do make glitter crayons. The possibilities are fairly endless.